We are back at it again here with another video with the Invest for Tomorrow. We're going to just jump right into it. Smash that like button to let me know you watch this video. It helps out the YouTube channel and I appreciate it. And in today's video, we're going to talk about the S&P 500 index, what's been going on with it, and how we're seeing all these different types of bearish and negative downward pressure type of headlines popping up now more than ever. And then we also have headlines like this one: investors haven't begun to price in recession. Here's how far the S&P 500 could fall. We're going to break all this information down in today's video, but we're also going to look at the charts with 42 vision and ultimate 42 vision for us to see how us with 42 vision and the videos I would post all throughout January let us know how we were able to see all this that was coming since the beginning of the year. As I zoom out even further, all the way back to January to this point, and how we're going to be able to continue to see these type of movements in the charts and in the markets within the volatility, because I believe volatility is not going anywhere. And today the SPY was back and forth, but ending up lower than the pre-market highs. And our SPY bot this morning at 9:50 a.m. sent us out a bear indicator. And from that moment forward, put options went up 200% plus within minutes, guys. These are our new releases that allow us to have an edge within the volatility of the markets to maximize on opportunities, whether stocks are going up or going down. And you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected to the SPY bot, our QQQ bot, our newly released Tesla bot, and we have other bots on the way so that you can receive the clarity and edge that you deserve within the volatility of the markets. And you can now join the members using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down, by receiving the clarity and edge over the charts. So the SPY, here we are sitting sideways and at the edge of 400 here, right? Bringing the SPY down to new lows, and it's been fighting here between 395 and 398. Now tomorrow is a big day. CPI data is coming out, and we definitely want to keep that in mind. So we're going to pull up everything here in the charts with ultimate 42 vision, the bull and bear indicators, and everything to look at in the bigger time frames, and zoom on in as well in the volatility. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity I mentioned this morning over at the Discord, and then we're going to jump right into it here, and you're definitely going to want to stick around for today's video, and we're going to dive into what this article is saying, guys. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations, and if you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord, and by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors all looking to learn and grow together, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. So these are the three stocks I mentioned this morning. Every single one of them jumped up 3 to 5%, 5 to 10% plus, but one of them turned out to be a home run, and that was VRM. We caught this one in the pre-market under a bull indicator and going into full strength on 42 vision. Had a slight jump when we caught it, pulled back down towards the bell, and spiked up to a highest point of 20% plus, guys, within minutes. If you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. We strive for opportunities like these every single day, and we look forward to having you join us. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with the SPY, and we're going to pull up ultimate 42 vision, the bull and bear indicators, which you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected to the SPY bot, our QQQ bot, and our newly released Tesla bot. And we have other bots on the way so that you can receive the clarity and edge that you deserve within the volatility of the markets to maximize on opportunities, whether stocks are going up or going down. And you can now join the members using these resources, maximizing within the volatility in either direction by receiving that clarity and edge over the charts. So here we are with the 30-minute on the SPY, but this is not really what I want us to see within the volatility. I want us to zoom out, right? Because when you zoom out, you could see all the moments that have been bullish and bearish, and then the moments where volatility picks up and things can't make up their mind and quickly shift back to another direction like it's going on here. And the overall picture has been bearish, and the overall picture in these last two times were a little bit bullish, right? And then the bearishness came in. But when you zoom out on the time frames, right, and we go over to a larger time frame such as the 1 week, you could see how we've been under a bear indicator since January 24th. And when we pick the 1 day, you could see that we've been under the first bear indicator since January 10th, and we've monitored it and compared it to 2020 crash, right? When it happened in March, when that bear indicator popped up, there was a fake out here in the middle, and then things continue to pull down, and we're looking for that bull indicator in the reversal. Now, within the 1 day, there's been a lot of volatility, but things quickly shift right back down and continue that downward pressure. Now, it's hit dip areas several times, such as one here, another one here, and here we are right now hitting dip areas. And for those that do not know, white with red borders is what we call the dip area. It lets us see the dip area with 42 vision, and then you could see the confirmations of things going lower with the bear indicator. And on the reversal, we want to see red with green borders, dark green and bright green, and followed with a bull indicator, as we saw every single time here on these slight reversals as it's tried to come back up. And this right here is another great full transition from white with red borders to red with green borders, a bull indicator, dark green and bright green, and this is a full transition downwards from bright green to dark green with red borders, red bars, and white with red borders. So it's not only just about the bull and bear indicators, if not seeing where the dips are and where the rips are to maximize within the volatility, and the bull and bear indicators are there as layers of confirmation. So on the 1 day, a lot of zigzagging back and forth, not like the 2020 March crash that was straight downwards and did not switch. But in those moves, there's been opportunities. But then on the 1 week though, you could see how this has been under a bear indicator since way up here at 458, and it tried coming back up towards it at 462. And there was 2 other times where it rejected it shortly afterwards of that bear indicator popping up and never getting a bull indicator or full transition higher. If not, these have been rejections all around this area, and here we are pulling downwards to newer lows. And if we broke through 410, it was going to be super important to watch this carefully, and that's where the whole entire speculation and downward pressure that is stated in these articles, to the point where right now sitting at $4,000 based off this article states that there is no recession odds embedded into the S&P 500. So this is just the beginning of a bigger pullback based off this article and how bearish it is. And this is not the only one. There's many of them coming out lately in the last several days and weeks. But when you come back to this chart with 42 vision, we've known about the bearishness. If it did not get canceled quickly by a bull indicator, that things were going to pull down even further since it popped up way back in January. And all of this has been volatility. Now, before, I used to actually compare this to the 2020 crash and also the correction of 2018, when the whole entire tapering and so forth of 2018 and the quick crash of 2020. That's what we were comparing it to. And they both hit white with red borders within a few months. We have not hit that yet. We are literally still at red bars. That means that we have not hit extreme weakness on the 1 week. And when this popped up, it canceled out this bull indicator that lasted from May 2020 all the way towards January of 2022. And the last time this happened, it went from February of 2019 to February of 2020. So the way things are moving here now, which a lot of people do not like to go back towards, is the 2007 crash. As you could see here, once that bear indicator popped up, a lot of volatility before it finally hit white with red borders back to back for several months. And then also the dot-com bubble, right? This was actually a lot more volatile and moving back and forth. Then it hit that dip area, came back up, hit another dip area, consolidated until it finally bottomed almost 2 years later. So this is all about literally volatility at this point and a lot of back and forth. And these bear indicators, once they begin, they do last for several weeks and months. But this one right now has actually passed weeks, has passed months, and we're going almost into half a year, 6 months of a bear indicator on the 1 week, and things continuing to hit newer lows. Does this mean that things are going to collapse even further? No, it's not guaranteed, but it is something to be aware of, how fast things are moving and how we are in a bear indicator since the beginning of the year. And what I'm going to be looking for on 42 Vision to prepare myself and be aware is obviously what the SpyBot senses out every single day, which tracks the 5-minute. There's definitely a lot of opportunities like this bear indicator here going all the way down, and then this bull indicator going all the way up. And within that volatility, there's swings of 100% plus, 50% plus, 30 to 50% realistically, and upwards to 200% plus and even more in a single day, right? I'm going to be tracking that. And then on the bigger picture on the 1 week, I'm going to be looking for that point of finding a bottom either through consolidation or reversal, and a bull indicator that pops up to cancel out this bear indicator, because once they pop up on the 1 week, they do last for several months and years. So no bull indicator right now. We're under a bear indicator. This went from being in a correction to a crash so far, and we have a lot of articles coming out with different information as if the bearishness just started, and it's been beginning since the beginning of the year. We talked about it a lot here on the channel. If you like these videos, do comment down below if you want me to continue to track this as much as I can. It depends. I'm one guy. There's a lot of stocks that move, and there's a lot of opportunities. And if you want this edge, join us. There's a lot of members maximizing on opportunities by receiving this clarity within the volatility, and the volatility isn't going anywhere. So back to this article, it states that at 4,000, nothing is even priced in of how much of a possible recession or pullback is to come, right? Then they state that based off their math and what they're seeing, the 50-50 odds of a recession equate for the S&P 500 to come back down to 3,525. Now, others are stating if we do actually get a typical economic downturn, then the S&P should trade for right around 3,000, okay? That is literally $1,000 from where we're at and 25% from where we're at, right? And based off the SPY, literally almost $100. So we're currently at 399, and if we go back to the 3,500 area, they're talking about coming back down to this area right here, and if it was to go even lower, back to around this area right here. That is some pretty wild bearishness. But if no bull indicator comes back up and we can't come back up to retest 460 or break above that, even if no bull indicator pops up to cancel out this bear indicator will continue to dominate. We may have a chart that jumps up, comes back down, jumps up, comes back down, and within those moves is where the opportunities of having clarity to maximize on the shorter time frames will matter, right? Where we can actually then see here how things are coming back up, coming back down, coming back up, coming back down, back up, back down, and maximizing in the volatility, because there's a lot of opportunities that are being missed by just sitting and trying to catch the dips of the dips of the dips of the dips. And whether this is all true, what is stated in this article or not, having clarity in that edge is going to make all the difference to ignore whatever all these articles are stating and however long this takes, because opportunities are forming daily and long-term opportunities are just getting cheaper and cheaper for those companies that are going to be explosive in the next 5 to 10 years. And to receive clarity within the charts, check out the link down below in the description to the 42 Vision indicator, getting connected to the SpyBot, the QQQ bot, our newly released Tesla bot, and there's many more bots on the way to get connected to the Discord. It sends us direct notifications to give us that edge and clarity within the charts, and you can receive this edge and clarity that you deserve within the volatility of the markets to maximize on the opportunities, whether stocks are going up or going down. You can now gain access to these resources and join the members using these resources, receiving that edge and clarity within the volatility to the markets, whether stocks are jumping up, going down, bearish or bullish. No FOMO, no chasing, just focused on what really matters and maximizing within those moves. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make